right, friends, welcome back to another edition of our deep dive into the most overrated artists of all time. Just a reminder, we're looking at these artists along two different dimensions here. On the vertical axis, we have the quality of their music, in my personal opinion, which is it a bop or is it trash? On the other axis, we have, is it niche or is it mainstream? And if you put those together, then you will get four different categories of artists here. Category number one, where the music is mainstream but not good. That's what I'm calling overrated crap. On the upper right, where it's a bop and it is mainstream, these are the actual legends, meaning the artists that are considered to be iconic, amazing legends for good reason, because they're actually great and everyone loves them. On the upper left, the music is a bop, but they're kind of niche. That is what I'm calling underrated gems. Not too many of these, but they're out there. And then on the bottom left, my personal least favorite category of music on the planet, which is niche yet trash, is what I'm calling weirdo circle jerk fodder, meaning stuff that only people on Reddit and Fantano's comment section pretend is actually good. It's not. It's trash. So with that in mind, let's see where some of the most overrated artists of all time fit. And also thanks to DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this video. The rematch is this weekend in Salt Lake City with the belt on the line. And right now they are offering new customers who sign up using the promo code FIN and bet just $5 on this weekend's rematch, $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's right, new customers just bet $5 on any of this weekend's fights and receive $150 in bonus bets instantly. Stay in on the action and use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings same fight parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. What that means is you can combine multiple bets together for the same fight, like how many rounds and the method of victory. And DraftKings is the only place where you can get same fight parlays. And if sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. DraftKings is offering huge UFC contests this weekend with massive cash prizes up for grabs. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now with the link below. New customers use my promo code FIN, F-I-N-N, and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code FIN only at DraftKings. The first one I want to look at today, kind of an interesting case study. I might make a whole video about this one of these days. Your girl, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's sort of evolution as an artist is very interesting because as we all know, she started out as, you know, the sweet, wholesome pop country girl, and nobody cared about her at all in sort of the music media outside of like country and whatever. She evolved into the biggest pop star of all time once she started working with Max Martin and stuff. And yet still, you know, around like Red and stuff like that, still, you know, the hipsters, the Pitchfork crowd, they still didn't care about her. They didn't start really loving Taylor Swift until like Folklore, I think. I mean, they liked her before, but like Folklore is the album where people really started to like love Taylor Swift, which in my opinion is when she started to not be good. I think that's when she jumped the shark and started playing bland, boring indie music, which of course is what those people love. And so then that's when they really went all in on Taylor Swift and decided that she was amazing and great. Exactly. As soon as the singer-songwriter indie album came out is when the media takes her seriously. That's what it is. Lover is my personal favorite, which I think is like a flawless 10 out of 10 pop masterpiece. Taylor Swift is pop music for people who don't like pop music. You know, the sort of Pitchfork people that look down their nose at pop unless it's made by a white girl with bangs. But she is fucking good. Even though I don't like her latest couple albums, Taylor Swift is fucking great. Overrated by fans, underrated by non-fans. I think that's a fair way to put it. Taylor Swift is non-ironically great. Perhaps a bit overrated in some ways, but she's one of the biggest artists on the planet. Her music is good, so I would say that puts her squarely on the upper right. That's what I think. Now, this one's going to ruffle some feathers, okay? This one's going to ruffle some feathers. I'm scared to even say it. I'm scared to say it, but Bad Brains. I don't know why everybody decided that Bad Brains is actually great. They're not. I'm sorry. Bad Brains is not great. certainly pioneering, no question about that. If you listen to New York hardcore, like Cro-Mags, all that stuff, all like the New York, like they will tell you that they were all ripping off Bad Brains, and it's true. You can absolutely hear it, no question about that. The issue with Bad Brains is the vocals, number one. Also, they have many just terrible albums. I'd rather listen to My Parents Fuck than Bad Brains. Like, can anybody listen to this and say that this is good? I'm sorry, like, absolutely legendary, pioneering band. But is this good? Like, would you choose to listen to this? I don't know how the world decided HR was great. Yeah, I don't know either. Not to mention all the homophobic lyrics and stuff, which people also decided for some reason it's okay. I think Bad Brains, you know, I'm hesitant to call them trash because that feels disrespectful, but I don't think they're good. I don't know, they're almost mainstream, but they have a great logo. Is that Eric Cartman singing? It does sound like Eric Cartman. I remember there was a Vox video that claimed they invented hardcore. Well, I mean, they kind of did, to be fair. They kind of did invent hardcore, but that still doesn't mean that it's necessarily good music to listen to. I'm sorry, people. I know this is going to offend a lot of people. I just don't think Bad Brains are great. I'm sorry. I just got to keep it real. That's my opinion on Bad Brains. I think they're a bit overrated. Now, let's talk about another one of these bands that always ends up on lists of like greatest bands of all time that people kind of jerk off over and insist that they're amazing and great, and that is the Beach Boys. But I will say, I think the Beach Boys are actually fucking great because the Beach Boys can do everything from, you know, this sort of like old school, you know, 50s pop like Bad Vibrations, which is great song, but they've also got a lot of really weird shit. For example, my favorite Beach Boys song from the weird shit is Vegetables. This weird ass fucking like song about vegetables. It's great. I mean, listen to those fucking harmonies, man. And I do love Vegetables. That crunch. I mean, this is pretty weird shit. And obviously Beach Boys as mainstream as it gets. Everyone knows who they are. As much as people, you know, the pitchfork type people circle jerk over Beach Boys, and that makes me sort of not want to like them because anytime those people insist that something is like, you know, legendary or, you know, they use the word seminal, that makes me think it's going to be shitty. The fact of the matter is the Beach Boys are actually fucking good. The hype is real, people. The hype is real. As much as the Beach Boys get kind of circle jerked over, there's a reason for that. Like Taylor Swift, they are actually great. So I'm going to put them up here in this category. Again, this is the actual legends category. That's what I think. They're great. They deserve it. The hype is real. One of the things that has come up a lot lately, in the past, I don't know, what, 3 years or something? Shoegaze. Everyone decided like shoegaze became the cool thing. My Bloody Valentine, I would say, is probably like the definitive shoegaze band. And I mean, I remember when My Bloody Valentine was like kind of just another random band that would play mid-level festivals back in the day. I saw them in '92 on Lollapalooza, and always just sort of struck me as the same thing. It's just kind of boring. Kind of just like, I mean, it's fine. Shoegaze is just nerdy doom. I think you just nailed it. I think shoegaze is indeed just nerdy doom. It's decent if you take a bunch of acid. I don't doubt that. Shoegaze is a great template for creating cool sonic landscapes, but not usually the best songs. Definitely the definition of vibe music. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of by definition, shoegaze doesn't have good songs. Yeah, Jesus and Mary Chain I thought were better too. Love and Rockets had some cool songs too. I think My Bloody Valentine, a bit overrated. That's my opinion. As far as whether they're niche or mainstream, I think at this point only turbo nerds know who My Bloody Valentine is. They probably think of the MGK song, which I think is great. I want them to think that My Bloody Valentine is just an MGK song. So I gotta say, I think I'm gonna put them on this list. Like, trash feels a little bit harsh, but you know, I think that's where they belong. Down there with Bad Brains. Again, this is the weirdo circle jerk fodder category. Stuff that people on Reddit insist is great, and it's not great. Okay, we got to round this chart out a little bit. People are not going to be happy with this one. I got to put Run DMC on this list. And I don't know, have you tried listening to Run DMC lately? Obviously, like, groundbreaking, legendary, no question about that. Huge respect to Run DMC for, you know, putting rap on the map in a way that I think probably nobody else really had before. No question about that. Corny, but groundbreaking. I think that's a fair way to put it. But can you listen to this and like, is this good? I mean, this is so corny. It sounds like nursery rhymes. It's like Cat in the Hat, you know? The guitars, oh my God, it's so corny. It feels like he's reading a Hallmark card. These are really the people that make fun of Uzi and Migos. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Listen, respect to Run DMC. They seem like super cool guys. They did amazing things for rap, no question about that. But I'm just saying, would anybody choose to listen to it now and say that it's good? They seem like lovely guys, and I know I'm going to take heat for it. I do think they have an amazing logo. I will say that. This is another one of these cases where I feel like there's probably people who have one of these shirts that don't even realize that it's, you know, a logo for rappers. They're just like, oh, I just thought it was a cool, I saw Miley Cyrus wear this once and I got it. So I would put them on the bottom right here. Very mainstream, obviously. Everybody knows who Run DMC is, but can we say it's good? I don't think so. I don't think we can. Iconic, but not good. I think that's a good way to put it. And I'd feel the same way about like almost all 80s rap, like Public Enemy, same thing. Almost all 80s rap is unlistenable to me. You know, really like Rakim still sounds good. Ultramagnetic MCs still sound pretty good, but almost all 80s rap just does not sound good to me. And I've been listening to it since 1987. EPMD is good. Yeah, I like EPMD. They still sound good. All right, I know people are not going to like me for that one, but that's my opinion. Need something on the upper left. I've sung the praises of this band many times, and I will continue to do it. One of the things that's very weird to me is that people decided that the Sex Pistols are bad. I think that's an insane opinion. For some reason, maybe because Johnny Rotten is like a really unlikable person, people decided Sex Pistols are bad. And I think that's an insane opinion. Nevermind the Bollocks is a fucking great album. Every song on it is awesome. It has some of the best pop songwriting of all time. They're not bad, just sloppy as fuck. Well, of course. Of course they're sloppy. It's punk. That's the whole point. Pretty Vacant is a great song. That whole album is great. And like people know who Sex Pistols are, but nobody talks about the Sex Pistols. It's very strange to me that like fucking Fugazi has more currency now than the Sex Pistols. It's very odd to me. It's very odd to me that Sex Pistols don't have more currency. So it feels weird to call them niche. But you don't hear people talk about Sex Pistols. It's very strange. Yeah, not great people. I mean, Sid Vicious, not a great person. Johnny Rotten seems like a very irritating person. But Sex Pistols, actually fucking great. They only really have one real album, and it's awesome. Underrated, an underrated, overrated band. Because, you know, I'm calling them overrated because they will appear on every list of like, you know, most influential top punk albums of all time, blah, 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 for good reason. So in that sense, they're overrated. But in the sense that, you know, punks don't seem to appreciate Sex Pistols, I'm putting them in the niche bop category. Putting it there. No, Anarchy in the UK is great. Holiday, every song on that album is fucking great. Yeah, people just say they suck to sound cool, but they did so much for punk. Who cares if they met through Malcolm and Vivian? Yeah, who gives a shit? The album is fucking great. Punks always shit on the big bands that they're small, crappy bands, crappily copied. That is a fact right there. That is a fact. And that album is cover to cover bangers. It's true. It's a 10 out of 10 album. Okay, how about the Strokes? Another one of these bands that, you know, consistently has appeared on the Pitchfork lists over the years of super important, you know, amazing, great bands. And so in that sense, I feel like, you know, they're a bit overrated. The thing with the Strokes, it's kind of a tough one because their good songs are really good, like really, really, really good. Their first album was awesome. The problem is that they have a lot of other stuff that's not awesome. So they're kind of a tough one. I wouldn't call it trash. Yeah, you can't call it trash. Yeah, in a way, I feel like they're actually kind of underrated. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, look, you guys know how much it pains me to say this. You know how much it pains me to say this, because the kind of people who were into the Strokes back in the day were insufferable. But I gotta say, I think the Strokes actually are at their best. I think they're very good. They get dangerously close to car commercial music at times. And so I'm going to put them, you know, actually, I'm going to put them right in the middle. That's where I'm going to leave them right in the middle. I think the middle, that's where they belong. But I do like the Strokes. I'll tell you a secret, people. I'll tell you a secret. You guys know this meme here, the I wish I was at home listening to Swans meme? Got the superior patrician over here in the corner. This party is boring. My feet hurt. Are they wearing Abercrombie plebs? I wish I was at home listening to Swans. That feel when superior patrician. Oh God, their clothes suck. They should get some taste like me. This music has too low bit rate. Oh God, why am I better than everyone else? The honest truth, I've never listened to Swans in my life. Never. Today, right now, I am going to listen to Swans for the first time in my life. I never bothered to listen to them because I was 100% certain that I would hate it. Just based on the kind of people that praise Swans, I felt very comfortable in saying that I would hate it. I have a feeling I'm going to be right, but let's find out. I have no idea. What is their like popular Power for Power? Okay. Is that like their popular song? This is from 1983. Let's check it out. Okay, is this like Sonic Youth? Is that what they sound like? Or Flipper? Are they like Flipper? Is that their deal? This is horrible so far. Yeah, this is awful. It's as bad as I thought. Is he about to rap? I hope so. I need to get a DJ scratching. Wicka, 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 wicka. Oh my God, this is horrible. Oof. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so this is pretty much exactly as bad as I thought it would be. And we're just going to represent them using this meme. It worked out exactly as I thought. People, there's a reason why nobody likes Swans. Because this is absolute garbage, people. Absolute garbage. I just don't get high art. Oh, that's it. That's it. I need to listen to an entire album. Why in the fuck would I listen to an entire album of that? That's like saying, oh, you didn't like one bite of that dog turd? You have to eat a whole bowl of the dog turds. Maybe if you eat the entire bowl of dog turds, you'll like it. I'm not ever going to listen to the Swans again for the rest of my life. Never. Exactly as bad as I thought. Okay, I got one more. This is also going to ruffle some feathers. People are not going to like this. Let's talk about your man Kanye. Putting aside Kanye's recent outbursts, like when he went out of his way to go on Alex Jones' show and praise Hitler. I've never thought that Kanye's music was good. His creative vision is like probably unparalleled. He's always been like 10 steps ahead of everybody else, like creatively. And I think, you know, give him a lot of credit for what he's done. I think more than anyone else, he's responsible for high fashion and rap kind of, you know, coming together. And all that, like all the credit in the world, like all the stuff he's done with, you know, Yeezy and all that stuff, aside from the fact that he's obviously a crazy person. Yeah, he's the musical equivalent of I have a picture in my head, but I can't draw for shit. I think that's exactly right. He has a couple songs that are pretty good, but he has a lot of really bad songs. Like a lot of really, really, really bad mid songs that, you know, you can see that he's on to something. He's got the idea in his head, but he can't draw well. Name a bad song. I mean, the one with Lil Pump is probably one of his better songs. Let's put it that way. He's just very mid, very, very mid. Like the entire Donda album is just mid. Yeah, his vision and enthusiasm overshoot his output. I think so. I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. That was one of his best songs. So yeah, aside from him being a crazy person with some obviously very problematic beliefs, I think he's one of these very overrated in the sense that I don't know why all the Reddit Fantano people like have decided that he's like God's gift to rap, because I don't think he is. I think he's mid. But that's my opinion, people. Volume 2 of the most overrated bands of all time. If you don't hate me after this one, join us next time for Volume 3 of the most overrated bands of all time. I'll be back. I've got bad opinions all day long, people. I've got bad opinions, and I will share them as long as you keep listening.